The following podcast may contain spoilers.
Welcome back, everyone. As always, I am your host, and I am joined by my co-host,
Rich.
And we're here to record a new episode because it's been way too goddamn long.
Yeah, it has. It's my fault.
It's partially your fault. It's also the fault of the other people that got injured that caused us to go to the hospital when we were planning recording nights. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. It's been... literally, we've had 2 episodes that we planned. We had the night set aside. We were all ready to record. We'd been communicating through the day, and then an hour before the session, someone broke their leg. Once it was Richard, once it was my friend, and I was the only one that could bring them to the hospital. It's just we've truly had to defy the wills of the heavens to fucking get this episode going. So I'm happy to be here.
You know, surviving a tribulation usually hopefully leads to better content. Hopefully. Man. I've never had a bone injury like this before, so it's funny it happens when we were planning on recording. Oh my God.
It's one thing after the other. But not today. So we're gonna friggin' take advantage of it, and we're glad to be back here in the saddle with all of you. Today's gonna be kind of a weird episode. Normally we have a specific topic we like to talk about, but today, since it's been so long, we want to kind of just hit some of the points, the major things that have happened since the last time we recorded an episode. I mean, there's a few things we've talked about, Beyond the Timescape's finished.
Surprisingly, it finished. I thought it had a lot more to give, but yeah, it's over. It's funny because it's got a TV show now that's really popular. It's got a donghua that's really popular now, but it's already over. Lord of the Mysteries has a donghua now. Everything we've been reading.
Many things have fucking donghuas now, and look, some of them are great, dude. Throne of Seal just ended at episode 208. That shit was awesome. I have no idea how much it lines up with the book for Throne of Seal, but the show, as a show only, it was sweet. That show, the best thing about that show is it always gave itself runway. It would make things exactly as cool as they should be for the part of the show that they were in, and that meant by the end of the show, everything was awesome all the time. And it felt earned.
Everything you showed me about that show makes me gonna sit down and watch it. So it's on my list to watch. Unfortunately, I am forced to watch almost every show that comes out each core, which at least for the Japanese stuff. So it is a bit difficult to get in on all of the donghwas as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe if we've been having dead anime seasons like we were for a while, then it would be easy. But we've fucking been hitting so many,
oh, dude, it's been fire. It's been so fire, core after core. It's a golden age, dude. It's so good.
I don't know what happened, but it's just consistent. There's 30, it's 20 or 30 shows that I'm interested in giving a 3-episode try this season.
The thing about it here is not some of those shows a 5 out of 10 or whatever. There's a bunch of solid 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 shows out each season. A lot of them are very good. I was never one to get into josei or shoujo, but since I watched them with my girlfriend, I'm consuming more of that and the normal stuff I consume. So yeah, there's a little too many villainous shows out each season. A little too many villainous, but
they're
good.
1 or 2 of them are really, really good each season. Fucking Punch. I mean, it's not really a villainous show, but the
Scarlet, man.
Scarlet, yeah.
Man,
you know exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah. Scarlet is great. Is great. Shout out to help me find it. What is it? An observation log of my fiance who calls herself a villainess. Top tier. Fantastic.
Okay. I missed
Go
that
and watch it. It's very good. Super shocked. I'm watching it. I'm like, this is doing cool stuff with the genre. Wow, this is great. I was like,
villainous shows are really good at playing in the space. It's actually fascinating. God,
And then they
no,
have
like this.
Slop, like they have prime Slop out right now.
Oh
Okay,
God, yeah, dude. Smoking behind the supermarket with you.
that's Slop for sure. There is Old Country Bumpkin
Oh my
Swordmaster
God, yes.
season 2.
The only anime that has ever animated great swords being used correctly.
Yes, it's so good. It's like yes, the dialogue's a little wooden, the dub's a little wooden. It doesn't matter. It's good. Just accept it. This is what we want. This is the double A. This is what has gone away. Remember how double A video games are gone? They just don't exist. Double A video games don't exist anymore. It's either triple A or it's indie. We got double A anime, and I'm here for it. We need those. These are what we need. Not everything needs to be Demon Slayer, Ufotable, unlimited budget works. It could just be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. No, and we've had so much of that lately. It's been fantastic.
Clevitus.
But yeah, Clevitus season 2 coming out right now. It's great too.
Yeah.
Young ladies don't play fighting games.
I'm watching that.
Has been fantastic.
It's great, but I'm a little mad because it's like, why didn't you just level 3? She died with level 3 right there. Why would you go for the same jump? Like, the thing about it, I play competitive fighting games way too long, so I'm looking at it and I'm way too sweaty while I'm watching it to go, oh, what was that? You know, they don't make it for me. That's fine.
Yeah, no, I think it's more for people at my level where I'm like, I kind of understand the higher level techniques in fighting games, but like I can't execute them, so I can like, I know enough to appreciate the good show, but not enough to show off.
Man, there's just a lot, you know. The Demons of the Shadow Realm from last season is continuing.
Yeah, that show's been fascinating. It had one of the best first episodes I've seen in a while.
Oh yeah. The gobble scene, fantastic. Yo, shout outs.
The gobble scene was amazing. The fake like, oh yeah, this is a set in the 1700s or whatever feel that it had at the beginning until all of a sudden there were helicopters.
Oh no, it was yo. I gotta say, what is her name? Is Arasawa? Why can't I remember the mangaka's name?
I know who you're talking about, but I too am drawing a blank right now.
Yeah, Arakawa. Arakawa-san or however you want to say it.
Whatever.
She knows how to sucker in unks like me, Slop. She knows how to slow build and commit me to her world. I'm getting shades of Full Metal where I'm just like, I'm buying into the rules of their world as I'm watching it. It's very slow build.
It's really good. Like, you know, it's there's so much unspoken world building that's like really obvious through their motifs and the way they like build everything. That's, I think, the most fascinating part of the show.
Like, I'm here for it, and I gotta say, everybody looks cool, right? Which does so much heavy lifting. Characters can just stand there menacingly, and you'll be like, "Oh, I wonder what he does."
Yeah, no, it's been really well. It's been really well animated. The character designs are great, and I kept going into it being like, "Oh, is this just going to be like more FMA?" Which, like, I don't know why I'm complaining about that. FMA was a great show, but
more FMA is good. We need
but then like it really has taken its own identity like immediately, which I really appreciated. God, but it's like the fucking anime seasons have been insane.
We got canceled shows getting animes, like Black Torch is canceled, manga getting an anime.
Yeah.
We got
fucking, I mean, like, obviously there's the big ones like Mushoku Tensei and all that like everyone's already
of course
excited about. And the first
ReZero last season, ReZero coming back in like 6 weeks. I actually had a crash course because Donna was like, you need to watch ReZero, and I deliberately avoided ReZero for years. I avoided the novel and I avoided the show because it was one of those where this got too popular too fast. I don't want to ride that train. I'm going to avoid it, being all hipster. So I'm like, screw it. I want to watch it. So then I watched the first episode of the director's cut season, and I go, this is really good, but it's just moving a little too slow for me. So I just read everything. To volume 10. So I just went from volume 1 to volume 10, well, to the latest, up to date on the volume 10 going on for ReZero. So I became a ReZero head in like a month and a half. I am committed, okay? Subaru, you got me. You know,
people have been saying really crazy good things about it lately, so like I can't help but believe you.
Well, I mean, like the act they're in is very interesting. What's going on right now with Nubaru and figuring out all of the witch factors and what's going on there, where they're at right now, and the way they're portraying it is fantastic, right? However, what I'm waiting for is like, I'm probably gonna have like kids and be married when it comes out in the future, right? Like it's gonna, like it took them this long to get to this act. I might not be alive when they get to the stuff that I want to see animated, right? So it's like, you
Damn.
know, it takes so long for stuff to come out, right? Like think about how long it's taken part 7 to finally start getting stuff, and we still only got one phase of it because Netflix is evil.
Seriously, I was secretly hoping that they were going to be releasing the episodes at the same pace that the race was happening. So like that would have been so awesome, but it's been like, it was like March when the last one came out, so that's not what's going on. But that would have been amazing. I would have loved that. But missed opportunity, I guess.
Like part 7 so much that I want to do, like, get in a car and go to all the places that they go to in that part, just to
I've
experience
never read
traveling
part
across
7.
America. You haven't? Yo,
No.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Fair.
It's great. It's
I watched
great.
the first episode on Netflix. It's something about, I really love how much love was put into the JoJo's anime this time, and like in every aspect. So it's made me want to be anime only for JoJo's, even though I had read, I think, through part 5 before this like season, like before the new production had started with David Productions. And then like, so up until then I had read the manga, but then like once it got to that point I was like, I should read more, but I kind of want to just trust them and see what happens.
Honestly, I wish I was anime only for part 5 and part 6, because I had already read those. And part 5, I was always, the anime, I was always one of those where I didn't like part 4, I like part 5, because reading it in the manga, in the poor translation of part 4 or whatever, really
Yeah, it
kind of
was
killed
really
it for me. So when I watched it with you guys when we were in Colorado, part 4 was coming out, and I'm like, this is amazing. Part 4 is fantastic.
They
I was
let it
basically
down
anime
so much.
only for part 4. I was basically anime only for part 4 because what I had read was not good. It was bad translations, bad scans.
I hope they've made better ones since the time we read it, because that shit was truly heinous.
Yeah, yo, it did not do it glory. And the fact that I even doubted Araki. Araki was cooking in part 4. And of course, I don't have to say anything. Everybody knows he cooked in part 5. Part 5 was to me a chef's kiss. I love part 5. Part 5 is so good. The only problem I have with part 5, and I say this to this day here, is, Giorno's a little boring. Giorno himself's a little boring. Everyone else is amazing.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Like, he's Dio and JoJo's combined. Like, he should be a little bit more flashy than he was, which is crazy to say given how much he did in that series.
If Giorno had like an inch of the swag Gyro Zeppeli has, maybe,
maybe that's what was missing. Maybe part 5 just needed a Zeppeli.
Yeah, maybe they needed a Zeppeli. God, dude, Gyro's the GOAT, bro. They kept his aura throughout the show. They throughout that one episode, they kept his aura.
No, he was fascinating. I'm super excited to see his story.
It's gonna be it hits nails all of the hit points that part 1 and 2 hit.
That's
with
good,
the stands of 3 and 4 and 5. All combined is part 7.
It's so amazing because I loved the tones of season 1 and 2. The almost operatic, like, just the epicness of it, how big they wanted it to feel and how grand, and how it had like just so many traditional theater elements from like old times, like Speedwagging taking the role of the Greek chorus, and like just like all these different like ideas that were from classic theater that were thrown into the themes of that show.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always love that, and I feel like it appeals to people that have that kind of background more, and that's why it's kind of a hit or miss season for people.
Mm-hmm.
The first couple of seasons, because I mean, of course, everyone loves fucking stands, but
to me, I'm weird. growing up, I was never a big Jotaro guy. Yeah, Chitaro's cool looking and whatever. I was never a big part 3 guy. Never, I really wasn't. I loved part 2. I loved part 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then I loved part 5 because it was like, okay, stands are here. Let's do some fucking weird shit. Let's do some weird stuff. Keep in mind, the phrase this, I am a Yu Yu Hakusho growing up kid. I am a Hunter x Hunter stand till I die.
Fuck
New
yeah.
chapters out, by the way.
Oh, I need to check that. I like read up to where it was, like, I don't know, maybe like 8 months ago, and then I haven't checked it since. So I'm excited to catch up if there's new stuff.
And I'm looking for, we have a power system and we're going to play games with the power system. That's what I'm here for. Stand battles, interesting fights, funny ways of dealing with stuff. I'm here for it. I want it bizarre. I want it crazy. I want it interesting because I can read straight up hands. Like if I just want to read hands, there's things for that, right? People throwing hands, people fighting. If I just want to read somebody beating the shit out of each other with a deeper meaning, I'll go read Holy Land before I read something magical. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that. Yeah, no.
You know, for what it was, for what I want from Araki, dude, 7 does everything. Everything from every part combined, every good part of every part leading up to it is all in 7. I can't sell it enough.
I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm gonna try and wait for Netflix, but if they keep pulling this shit, we'll see.
Right.
If they release another 1 episode, I'm fucking going to the manga for sure. But no, dude, so much crazy shit has happened. The Chainsaw Man ended.
Oh, I wanted more, but it ended. I'm not mad at the ending. I'm not. It's fine. It's a fine ending. It's just the ending isn't as good as the sum of all of his parts, right?
I'm mad at the ending for 2 reasons. One, like, all right, the big one is kind of, I think, similar to your vein of there should have been more. There was more stories to tell in Chainsaw Man that were like threads that were left undelved, and like some of those should have been pulled before the series was ended. So I know there's not going to be a part 3, but part of me secretly hopes there'll be a part 3 someday.
It can easily be one too. Like the problems aren't resolved. The issues in the world still happening, and the growth, like the growth as people aren't done, right? Like Denji is not a complete person. Dennis needs help still.
Everyone does. But my other issue with the ending is that like it makes part 2 feel completely unnecessary. Like where the story was left off at the end of part 1 is a much better ending for Chainsaw Man. Like if we're not going to tell any more Chainsaw Man stories.
Yeah, part 1
there was no reason
infinitely better.
Yeah, part 2 just introduced characters that died 15 chapters after they were introduced. The cast rotated so much that you never really got emotionally attached to anyone other than like the 1 or 2 people that Denji like survived long enough for like you to take feels from Denji. And then it's like, I don't know. It's just, I really hate when stories decide to retcon everything that's happened, because it's like, why do we, it's like why I can't watch non-canonical anime movies a lot of the time, because it's like, it doesn't matter how cool the stuff you just did is, if you write it out of existence before the end of the movie, like I'm not gonna feel like it was impactful.
It's all meaningless, and we just wasted time for something pretty much. Like
and it's like, don't get me wrong, the fucking Michigan sword, that was great. I love that.
Sick. It was sick.
Like some of the concepts that were happening at the end of the story were really fun.
Dude, my favorite scene in that manga towards the end was when War Devil, she's pointing up and she goes, I remember who I really love, what I really love. And she goes, America. And I'm like, oh, he's cooking right now. He's cooking.
It was so good. I was like, oh man, finally a payoff in this season. And then it just like ended and was like, actually, none of this happened. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, dude, it's this Chainsaw Man. You can let bad things happen. That's kind of the point of the show.
I mean, Denji's whole existence is basically suffering. So just let him. I just wanted to see him grow as a person because of the suffering. When his little sister, I'm not trying to spoil too much, right? When his sister functioned, the stuff happened with the sushi stuff. and them setting up like an STD fiend, and you know what I'm saying? What are we doing with this, bro? Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing with this, bro? You're setting all this stuff up, or like, old people trying to sacrifice young people, and like you're clearly trying to say something political about Japan because you have old people really feeding on the young people problem in Japan right now. You're clearly trying to say something, and then you just gotta you gotta be vague, boy. You're afraid you're gonna say something meaningful. Like,
Yeah,
what
no,
are we doing?
everything just felt a little bit too esoteric in part 2 for me. Like it never felt grounded. I was always having trouble following the action in a scene unless I spent like 5 or 10 minutes looking at a panel. And there was parts of it that I really loved, but it fell short for me. But secretly, I hope that if we do have a part 3, we finally get to see Denji go down to hell and talk to some of those, interact with some of those demons that have never been killed. That's the most fascinating piece of lore that's never been touched on in Chainsaw Man to me.
Honestly, all I really wanted was like color me a romantic. I just wanted Asa and Denji to just be happy.
Yeah.
Like, just to be genuinely happy and grow up and be complete. Like, let me get 5 years of Denji growing out of being a horny teenager that hasn't experienced life to being a actual human being, or like see what it's like to be a real adult that isn't just fodder in this horrible universe you live in.
And it felt like he was actually developing that way, and then the ending was like,
nope.
Actually, no.
Stop this development.
This is too painful for my boy Denji. I'm going to unilaterally decide that this other life is better for him.
Didn't even get laid.
That's the worst part. Like, come on, man. Just let it happen.
I would like to, in my mind, I go, okay, how can he make Denji suffer? What if Denji gets laid and it's a bad lay? Because if you guys, for the people who aren't very active, sometimes sex can be bad. Sometimes sex can just be bad. And what if his first time that he is built up in his brain, it's fucking awful. It's just awful. It's just not good. Just like that kiss he had when she threw up in his mouth. It's just bad. It's just bad. And then suddenly, the motivation Denji was having in his brain is gone, and now he has to find motivation from within. And that would have done a lot for me.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Denji needs to love himself. I would love for that to be, but then again, hey, I'm not the writer. I don't make.
Yeah, it's read by the guy who wrote Fire Punch. So, like, honestly, how am I hoping for positive developments in characters?
Yeah.
It's a cyberpunk mentality. You exist to suffer.
Yeah.
The goal of the story is to see how big you.
Honestly, like, with the new cyberpunk coming out, I'm wondering how they're gonna rip our heart apart this time.
Oh, dude. Somebody was talking about the media kid being someone that's trying to make an Atom Smasher documentary.
Right.
I saw that and I was like, that'd be funny.
I was on Twitter and I'm like, people are talking about how that kid's gonna be the first one to die. And I'm like, absolutely not, bro. That's the lively boy. He gonna be there to the end. He'll be there to the end because
if he dies, it's gonna be in the last episode for sure.
He's like a last episode guy, and you're gonna see that kid. What if he starts streaming World Star? You know what I'm saying? That ages me, but like that's what that kid is. I just want to get some good old late 80s, early 90s styled hyper violence where they make you fall in love with a character and then they kill him in front of you. That's what I'm here for. And
sorry, you're saying that shit. I just can't think about like stuff like Angel Cops.
Yeah. You get it, man. You understand. And I'm glad it's coming back. I'm glad I'm on the other side of the return of, we have these old school style, hand-drawn looking, really cool, hyper stylized shows coming out. And not all of them hit. Like, example, was Idaten Gods No,
I kind of like that story, to be honest. God's my only piece.
Yeah, but the thing about it didn't catch on. The problem here, it wasn't as big as it should have been, despite it being beautifully animated, really interesting story, great fight, all the stuff that new gen anime watchers would love is there. And
I just think nobody knew about it. Like nobody, I don't think they advertised the show at all. So like nobody clicked on it, nobody knew it was good, but it was fucking amazing.
But now you could shadow drop something right now, and with anime being so freaking popular now, people are gonna catch up. Like there's stuff that to me like has a following that I'd be surprised have followings, right? Like I'd be surprised people are messing with it, right? Like or like things made specifically to target me, right? Like there's a whole show out right now that is another one of those 7 out of 10 ass shows that doesn't have a huge budget, but you can tell they're trying. Hell Mode. Hell Mode.
Yeah. I watched. I think I watched that.
I'm watching season 2 of that right now. I enjoy season 1. I enjoy season 1 so much, not because it's generic. It's kind of generic. It's got all of
He was the one that
stuff.
like summoned familiars and shit, right?
Yeah.
And like could get stats from it and stuff.
Yeah. And he literally chose the hardest thing, but it's so like it's low key hyper accurate to playing like an old school MMO.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
all of the sweaty things you would do to optimize the shit out of playing it, he's doing in season 2 with his friends who have no clue what the hell he's saying, but he's optimizing them. He sees their stat growth, he's picking all the stuff, he's doing all the things, and it's like, yeah, this is a sweaty MMO player, and a sweaty MMO player wrote this show, and I appreciate that because only someone who's been sweaty in MMOs would enjoy that. It's the same. It's why I loved King's Avatar. A sweaty MOBA / MMO player wrote this.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's no way there's a 0% chance that wasn't a sweaty player.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. As a sweaty player myself,
there's
I like
certain
being pandered to.
There are shows where it is so obvious the author has experience, like Haikyuu, King's Avatar. Like there's so many examples, but it's like Ping Pong the animation.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like so like I mean a lot of sports shows obviously have that kind of background. Just because
was it 100 meters as well?
I didn't watch that one, but I've heard it was great.
It was really good. It was really good. It's by the source material is by the same guy that did Orb, and Orb was my favorite anime of, was it last year or year before? Orb on the Movies of the Earth. Big recommend. Read it. Read the manga. Watch the show. It's all good. You can't go wrong. Prepare yourself. If I like it, you're probably gonna get your heart broken at some point. I have a type. I have a type of thing I enjoy, and comedy's old hat. Tragedy is what's in. Tragedy's always good.
Well, somebody old quote from some manga, or happy people are all happy in the same way, but sad families are sad uniquely.
There's so many ways to be sad, guys.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side, you got stuff like 100 Girlfriends, where it's just
God, I'm so excited that there's another fucking season.
Dude, the new season, dude, and they're playing games with the animation, and
of course
they're making references to everything, and
to be fair, that manga is very fourth wall breaking as well.
So good.
No, I'm up to date on that manga. That is a fantastic story.
What are they at now in the manga? Like when I stopped reading it, I was like girl 20 something.
They're like 38 or something.
Wow. That's a lot left. I know they took like a little break because
I'll send you a picture that'll explain it well.
Yeah. I had to explain that to Donna. I'm like, this is drawn by a woman, right? And I'm like, yeah, they took a break.
This is actually a while back, but
that's a lot of people in the Rentaro family. Holy crap. I don't recognize half of them.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a 20, that makes sense. There's like 18 more. I think we actually might have just gotten 39 like a chapter or two ago.
That's a lot of girls. That's a lot of girls.
Well, it really is, and they're all their own unique thing.
Oh man, finally a harem done right. Holy crap.
Literally, like, it solved so many harem shows for me. I'm like, oh, the problem is you just weren't man enough, dude. You should have been man enough to fucking have 2 girls. That was your problem.
This has always been my problem with every harem I consumed after the first Tenchi Muyo has always been the guy was never deserving of the love and attraction he is getting. He's always sucked. I'm gonna point out what is the name of that show?
Love Hina, fucking
Love Hina. Oh my god. Oh my, he sucks so bad. He sucks so bad, Legendarily sucks. I was a kid screaming.
Yeah,
oh, he
no,
sucks.
dude, that's a 24-volume manga, and that dude sucks for 23 volumes of it. And then by the end, he's just been physically beaten enough to be a superhero.
It sucks.
He's done so much comedic reactions that it's actually bent the rules of his reality by the end of that series, and that's about the only reason he becomes respectable, quote unquote.
Dude, watching Love Hina, like 8-year-old me is like, why him?
Yeah,
It should be me, not him. Why him? Watch Ayoriyoshi and Ayoriyoshi and me.
Oh man,
he sucks.
You're
Why
hitting
do
core
people
childhood
recommend
memories
this?
for me. Yeah, no, dude, that one's absolutely true. Both in many ways, that dude did not deserve that chick. Any of those people. No, you're absolutely right. That's like the main problem with harem shows is that like they function off a person that's so shit that it's weird. You know what was a great show that came out last season was Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku.
I watched that. Otaku-kun watching that with Donna got me to watch it because I didn't want to watch it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch. I don't know if I want to watch this one.
Yeah, and I felt it was gonna be real bad.
It was pretty good. It was not that bad.
It had very genuine human relationships in it.
Music was pretty good. Art was good.
It had genuinely one of my favorite openings from that season.
They were all like social failures. It's just the two girls were hot. So you could be a socially inept but super hot. So you could have interactions with people. He's average as hell. So him being socially inept means his ass is alone. And that is realistic.
Yeah. Like it's just again like the anime seasons they can't lose lately.
That's at the same time we had a double feature on those shows. We do Gals Can Be Kind of Otaku into Second Prettiest Girl. What is it? They did the Second Prettiest Girl. Actually good. Surprisingly good romance. Shocker. You thought it was gonna be shitty, but it was good. Yo, guys, a little bit of a crybaby. Pretty good show.
I think I dodged that one on its cover.
I never would have watched it, but sometimes people go, you got to try things. So I end up trying it. And I'm going, oh, why is this show good? Oh man, he's confronting his father's infidelity. Is affecting his ability to have a relationship. Holy shit, he's growing as a person. Wow, what is this? Wait, the couple doesn't wait forever to get together early, and then they focuses on their relationship growing? When did they start doing this? Incredible. Meanwhile, the most popular romantic comedy or romantic show going on right now is that garbage-ass Rent-A-Girlfriend dog shit that keeps getting more episodes with the worst human being of a main character I've ever seen. But it keeps going. It keeps getting money.
I knew nothing about that show, but I had a friend that kind of has been hate watching it the entire time. Who knows if it's actual hate watching, but he started giving me a synopsis of the drama in that show that's been going on. Apparently, they finally went on a real date in the manga. Spoilers here, I guess, for people that care about Rent-A-Girlfriend. But like, they went on a whole date. Like, he picked everything. She was having a great time. They were having real conversations, and at the end of the day, she's like, "I don't think I'm into you."
Yeah, I saw it. I actually saw that on Twitter. The picture of her rejecting him, and I'm like, dude. I'm pretty sure there's just like, okay, so this is a tirade. Please bear with me, listeners. Okay, so in pornography, Pornhub will release the thing, most popular pornography that exists, and apparently the big fetish on planet Earth is like feet. And I've never met a person that's into feet, and I'm not into it. It's like it's just a gross concept to me.
Look, I ain't gonna try and yuck anyone's yum, but I'm right there with you. It's not for me.
I think there's just a bunch of like pay pigs and cucks that exist in real life, and they watch Rent-A-Girlfriend to get their jollies. Because the only way you can enjoy a show like that with that conceit is if you low-key a little bit into being cucked and low-key a little bit into, being a pay pig. And that is my only understanding of the show. I'm not trying to judge whoever likes it. If you like it, if Rent-A-Girlfriend is your favorite show, I think somebody needs to check your phone or something, bro. Because something wrong with you. Get help. Therapy is very affordable.
pretty sure the author has an AI version of his character that he's like obsessed with and fake married or some shit.
I know the main girl, he would like go on trips up and take pictures of it, like, and go like superimpose her onto dates and stuff with himself. But like, also know that the author himself, the mangaka, is married.
Yeah. Well,
So
he's
it's
like,
like,
yeah, he's doing this while being married.
so it's like, I don't know, man. Yo, more power to y'all. That's for y'all. Y'all got it. It ain't for me. It ain't for me. I know it's popular. I can't get into. Honestly, me not being able to get into something like that, I was afraid I was going to be in a similar situation with ReZero because of how popular it was when it came out, and I realized I was wrong. ReZero's actually just goated. It's actually just good as hell.
Sometimes things are popular for a reason.
It's popular for sometimes. Yo, not everything's SAO. Hey, yo, it's just sometimes the shit actually is good. You know what I'm saying? ReZero, good as hell. Maybe watch it. It's good as hell, and there's nothing weird about it. You can watch it and not be like on pins and needles. I can't recommend Mushoku Tensei, because Rudy is getting into some shit, and like I like it.
Fantastic world building, great storytelling, but like, yeah, there's some really
Rudius
questionable acts in that
weird
ass
motherfucker.
And the one thing that Rudius really never advances forward from is being a pervert. I mean, like, you can make the arguments about like, oh, it's a the age, there's no age limit in that world, so it's fine. It's like there's nothing illegal against it. It's like, no,
it's messed up. And
it's
then
written
like
from a guy in this world, so fuck off.
And then you watch like the epilogue. You read the epilogue books, and the weirdness is just like in the blood, because his half sister, that instead of making her a legitimate member of his family is like a servant, ends up like sexually assaulting his son.
I've read those books
and
as well.
I'm just like, why would you write this?
It
You
was a weird choice.
Them. That is a choice. First and foremost,
it was also a whole fucking book.
A whole book. I know. It doesn't even make sense. I wanted to see what's going on with Orsted in the battle in his
this is supposed to be a story about leading up to the shit with Laplace. Why are we talking?
Let's deal with the Laplace factor and all the others. No, I don't care about your incestuous fantasies. You're a good writer, and I can separate the author from the product. But when you got a whole story and it's just family drama and incest, dude, I try to defend you. I be in these streets defending the product, and I can't because you do shit like this.
Yeah, it's really hard to justify it. The last volume was really disappointing. The only praise I could give that volume is that at the beginning of the volume, he's like, oh, this was the most fucked up thing I've ever done in my life. And it's like, that's not really enough.
Come on, man. You can do pain and suffering. I read ReZero. I read ReZero all the way to the current arc, okay? He does suffering in ways I haven't seen a writer of this type of this type of content write. He does suffering really, really well. He does mental breakdowns. He does self-harm. He does value. He does it all. He even extrapolates possible stuff with all of the ifs. The man was born to write. I don't know what's going on. It's like we took, potentially he could be a Shakespeare-like figure, and he decided to just write a dude suffering in another world. Shout outs to you, bro. You could have done anything else in this world, but you wanted us to see Subaru suffer billions of ways.
Literally.
Thank you.
Write an immortal character so they can suffer more. That was what UQ Holder's whole mentality was. What if I could be more vicious than I was in Negima? All right, cool. God, why am I doing so much Ken Akamatsu in this episode?
Ken Akamatsu. And I know the memes and his hot wife and all that. You know what? Hey, Ken, you know, you're probably never going to watch this, but we got beef, dude. You wasted my childhood, you mother, whatever you hell you are.
I am somewhat sad that Love Hina was an almost formative show for me just because I was watching it like in early puberty. It's just a rough time to get into that content.
I never should have. Honestly, being a kid in the late 90s, like a young kid, and I relied on like VHS tapes from my brother-in-law and stuff translated from the. I lived out in the middle of nowhere, so
The
everything was
one
on
shelf on
tapes.
Blockbuster Video.
Dude, oh yeah, oh yeah.
That had Spriggan and Ninja Scroll and
Voices of a Distant Star.
oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude, I had Ninja Scroll. Ninja Scroll, I had to explain to someone, Ninja Scroll was my first anime. I was like 4 watching Ninja Scroll. I should not have watched
Too
that.
young to be watching Ninja Scroll.
Watching an actual rape, and then my mom's like, "Why do you like this? It's cool fighting. He fought a bee-man and chopped it up. Look at the bees.
That's all I need, man. I just need a bee-man that someone can kill.
He killed the bee-man." And then I'm like, I want to show it to friends, but I can't because
It's so
it
early on.
Oh shit, that's a real rape. That is a real real rape.
For sure. Yeah.
Rape as combat is in that show.
Fucking that whole old era of like Demon City Shinjuku and
Demon City shit.
fucking dude bringing a wooden sword to a laser fight. But no, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I know we've just been ranting this whole time, but like shit, man. Like Beware of Chicken, the 5th volume came out a few months ago.
There's so much Beware of Chicken I need to read, boys. Like, I'm about to crack out so I can cover that in detail because I loved everything I read about Beware of Chicken. I've loved it, yo. What's the name of the author? Something Farmer?
Casual Farmer.
Casual Farmer is definitely not a casual writer. That guy is very good. I need to read that past the second book.
You should you should definitely do the stuff that's currently like it's actually the editing is really good for the first 5 books that have come out. Like it has genuinely improved the flow and the way the communications come through in the writing. So it's really good for that. But then even the stuff that's past that, that's like just on the internet until it becomes a real book has been really good. I'm on his fucking Patreon reading his like chapters as they fucking come out. So I think he finished volume 10 of the web novel.
Wow.
Which, like volume 3 of the web novel is all that we have current. Like when the end of volume 3 was the end of book 5 in the like actual publication because they've split book 2 into 2 books and they split book 3 into 2 books.
So where did I stop when he did the punch across the area and became like the quote unquote de facto leader of that group and the cat could transform? And
I want to say that's the end of book 3.
That's the end of book 3?
It's either book 2 or book 3 in the like the official release.
So I would pick up at the end of book 3, maybe.
I'll double check on that for you and let you know when we wrap this up. But yeah, it's somewhere in there. I mean, I have the fucking physical volume somewhere here, so I can just go crack it open real quick. But yeah, I want to say that was the end of book 3 because I think one was pretty much the exact same, and it ended with the ceremony, and then 2 and 3, 2 was like the building, and then 3 was like the Dueling Peaks tournament, I want to say.
Okay.
So I think 4 and 5 would be the first new content for you, and that's honestly 4 and 5 are the foundations for the book to get a lot larger in scope.
I would imagine the world will start growing now that he is basically the hidden monster of this underpowered area. I would imagine his universe would definitely open the hell up.
I think like book 6 is where honestly the book starts to feel a little bit more like a traditional shonen story.
Oh.
Like they start having some of like a wider world that the characters begin to experience. I won't tell like the context of that.
I'm curious which one of them is going to be the first to go out there and start, getting into trouble in this Shinsha world. I would imagine it's the chicken, but he kind of wants to protect his area. Probably the cat, maybe. The cat seems like the
there's lots of options.
It just hit me. Before I forget, I gotta recommend this to everyone. The Cat and the Dragon. Watch it.
Yes.
Watch The Cat and the Dragon.
Yes.
It's amazing. Watch it.
It is so wholesome and amazing.
It's amazing. The world building is great. Every part of it's so well crafted with love. It's so good. I had to convince Donna. Was like, oh God, I don't know if I want to watch it. It's so good.
When I watched the first episode, I was like, how is there more to this story? How is this not a complete tale in itself? And then they did episode 2, and I was like, I see what they're doing
I'm
here,
in.
and I am so for it.
Dude, I watched episode 3, and I'm like, this should be, that character right there should be the main character of his own. Each episode is like setting up for its own show. It could be its own story. Like, and it just keeps going and as a vignette of this world. Like,
I am
it's
fascinated
so
to see if they continue doing what they're doing the entire season. I will have no complaints, and I'm fascinated to see if they're going to do more than what they're doing. Try and start interweaving these at some point, or whether it's just going to be like a Mushishi episodic kind of tales in this world. And I'm fine with either one of them.
Like, if like this is doing its job because it's doing like classical fantasy in a way that makes me want to go read the source material, because whatever that guy was cooking. Oh, so I just looked it up. Apparently, it was originally a series of stories on a user-generated novel publishing website.
Okay.
And then they put it together and published it in print in 2014.
Okay. Shit, that's old.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad it got to stay in the sun here.
And the light novel itself, the novel series was 2013 2014, and then the light novel 2016 to present. Yeah, they're doing, man, shout out to the internet. It's done so much for writing, because this is like a thing that you probably wouldn't see, wouldn't get published by a normal publisher. So for it to exist is, man,
there's been so many shows. And honestly, it's one of the things I'm happy about China doing right now, because like they're like, hey, we have a bunch of fucking stories. Why don't we just animate them? And I don't know whether Unreal 5 has made that financially viable for them or what, but it's like it's an industry now, and they are doing a lot. And so, honestly, like their original anime are starting to get a lot better too.
Shout out to Lean Cage. That's one of the greatest things I've ever consumed from China. Another big recommend. That was another thing I recently got into, and I cracked out on it, and big fan, and I'm here for it. More of that, please. More of that, please.
And this is more of a personal note, but I'm pretty sure that it's confirmed now that Throne of Seal was the thing preventing Dolu Dalu from getting more music.
Really?
Because Throne of Seal ended, and then like a week later, we have our first new opener in Dolu Dalu 2 after like 120 episodes. I think there was just one dude in fucking Tencent's donghua thing that writes all the music.
Oh my god! And they just running that poor guy ragged.
Dude, literally, the last episode of fucking Throne of Seal had like 24 unique outfits for the main characters. That were new, had never before been used or seen in the show before, had like I think 6 new songs. Like, the amount of budget they put into that show and the amount of like assets they produce for it is insane.
I mean,
but as soon as it ended, we finally get another opener for Dolu Dalu. So I genuinely think that guy was like writing Dolu Dalu, and they did something to piss him off, and he's like, I'm only writing for Throne of Seal until that show's done.
That's so good. That's so good.
I mean, that's all 100% conjecture, but
I mean, sometimes the headcanon's better than reality, and I accept the headcanon, dude. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
That.
It's a fact to me.
it's a fact until someone very easily disproves what I'm saying. But man, I'm gonna live with it till then. Shit.
What else did I get into? I became a Kingdom head since we last recorded. I read Kingdom from chapter 1 to 880 something that caught up. And I've been a Kingdom stand, and I'm like, why is this not big 3? Why is this not
got animated in
America?
Because it got animated in the dumb fucking animation style that everyone hates.
Yo, the new animation's good though, but you got to get
but you got to get through the 2 seasons of bad animation to get to it. Look, I'm finally seeing shows that is using that animation style in a way that like works for me. Snowball Earth from last season.
So I got to talk about Snowball Earth. I got a bone to pick. Okay, first and foremost, okay, that outro song way better than it deserves. Really good outro song.
So
incredible.
Good.
Better than that show deserves. 2. Yeah.
I got so hyped.
I can't stand that MC. I don't know why he rubbed me the wrong way. I get so frustrated. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Also,
part of me really understood the villain, because I also had that feeling about the MC. I'm like, dude, you are the most the dude was a kaiju killing autistic dude.
Yeah.
Like, he
really
had
good at it.
his only skill in life, he was the most min-maxed human that's ever existed. Anything involving kaiju killing, 100%. Everything else, 0.
The problem I have here is some of the dumbest thing. The story tried to redeem the guy that betrayed all of America. He tried all of planet Earth. You are the reason this happened. You dumb piece of garbage.
The biggest betrayer of the entire world.
Because you want the title savior after he saved you. You try to redeem it. Death wasn't good enough for you.
No, it really wasn't.
And then you had the audacity to bury him next to actual. I'm sorry. I know it's still going. It might come back. I would still watch it if it came out, but watch it. I was getting so frustrated. So damn frustrated because, like, why are you trying to talk to the guy who's actually saying, I want to kill you? Like, why is it affecting your ability to fight? Like,
it was because he's so socially inept that he doesn't understand he's supposed to not give this person face. All he knows about humans is from a book that's written by someone that doesn't know about humans.
What was the name of that guy? Lonely something?
It was like Kaiju's Guide to Knowing You. I don't fucking know, dude. It was sad.
And he's the narrator, too. And I'm like, are we going to see this narrator appear? What's going on? Like, they always give us a quote from Lonely, whatever his name is. I thought it was going to be Reverend Insanity. Where they're quoting a guy that was writing about running into the first goo, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he's really relevant to the story later. Like all of that stuff, he thought it was a fairy tale, but all of it was true. You know what I'm saying? But no, that lonely colicky, whatever, is completely irrelevant to the story. At least what was animated, completely irrelevant. They just eating up time, which is a shame because
it was a plot device.
That was frustrating. It was really fun. It was a fun show.
Yeah, no, but like the only reason I'm bringing it up is just because I felt like it uses that weird animation style that Kingdom has, but it did it pretty good. The movement didn't feel unnatural most of the time.
When you have no budget, but you know what to do with it.
No, that's a fucking Ascendance of a Bookworm.
I refuse to watch that show.
I don't blame you, man. It is the slowest show. It's gotten to the point where like I'm not looking for it to do a cool plot thing. I just want to experience the daily life of this child more. Like that's why I'm into this for this show. It's not, yeah, because she's like running all these different, like she's got all these different titles now, and she's like fucking running her own workshop, and like she has all these actual problems she's coming up against, and she's petty. But there's this actual like real dark side to the world because like the nobility, it's like there is a very strict caste system in this world, and nobility is like basically a commoner did anything to a noble, off with their fucking head. And it's like the show keeps going so adjacent to that concept without making it real, like not making it observed in the actual show. But like that show, it's telling a fascinating story, but so much of that show is just people standing still and talking to each other. And it's like, but it's doing it. It's like it's still making a good show even with that fucking premise, and it's insane.
It's like Classroom of the Sleep. I mean, Classroom of the Elite, kind of, where it's a lot of talking back and forth and a whole lot of nothing happening until.
It's just a real slow struggle of this person trying to forcibly bring books into their world in a way that's meaningful to them.
Gotcha.
And every single thing she does has a huge obstacle attached to it. It's one of those things where you're like playing a game of Go and you're like, I could technically capture these group of stones, but I do have to play literally around the entire board to be able to set up this trap. It's fun. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but my mom and I actually have been watching that show, and it's been a nice route to watch together.
Just the reason why I didn't get into it is I saw it. I'm like, I don't know. I'll see what happens. And I saw drama with the AI art or whatever, and I was like, I don't know. And then they removed.
They can't be using
art.
that much AI art, man. It's fucking stills half the time.
Oh, unfortunate.
I mean, it's like, don't get me wrong, people move, but it's like very slow motion, like very slow movement, and like most scenes are not about the action that's happening on screen. It's about the concepts that are there, but it's a fun ride. But genuinely, it probably took like 11 episodes to actually be like, oh, okay, I kind of get where this story's going now. And like that's a long time to ask for somebody to fucking struggle through.
Ain't nobody got time for that most of the time, but
yeah,
it's got 4 seasons, so clearly people have time for it.
No, if you're gonna go watch that, go watch Chihaya Furu instead.
Yeah, that's a good show. That's another show that I had to be sat down to watch. I would never go out my way to watch the High Fury, and then I watched it. I'm like, okay, that was pretty good. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's
I
a,
get it.
it's one of my favorite sports shows still. But I don't know where are we on on time on this
We're
one?
at 55 minutes. We're at 55
Shit,
minutes.
really?
Now.
That's way better than I thought.
Yeah.
Let's
See
see.
here.
I know. I'm just trying to think of all the freaking things. I fell in love with a fucking Chinese story called Ultimate Son-in-Law.
That sounds
It's
cool. What?
It's pretty horny. I'll give that up front.
I mean, he's the ultimate son-in-law. The wife got to be really good.
So, like the basic premise is like there's this dude who was super handsome, and he understood it and he took advantage of it to live an easy fucking life on Earth. But then he was like a researcher, like a scientist. Like he was like a top class person on top of being handsome. But like he was a scientist, and in one of the experiments, acid got splashed over his face and just completely disfigured him.
Oh, he lost his looks.
Yeah. And so he's like, well, if I can't fucking have a life, like if I can't attract people with my looks, I will become a man of virtue and hopefully attract someone that way. So he fucking becomes like the best surgeon, goes out to like the front lines of wars, and is just like literally like treating people for free and like saving lives and teaching people. And then his camp gets hit by a missile strike. And so he wakes up in like fake ancient China as like this person who was incredibly handsome but a literal like the village idiot.
Oh man.
And there's this character that he was friends with that he calls dumb. There was dummy and dum dum were the two of them, and like his other character is just a spot for spot remake of Wild from 9 Star.
Of course. Okay.
It's just this giant dude who hasn't ever hurt anyone.
Oh my god. Oh man.
But like he wakes up, and the two things he gets from dying and being like isekai'd or transmigrated or whatever the hell this story you want to call it, it's like he already had an eidetic memory, but like his he died on top of like his like scanning equipment and his laptop, and so like those got forced into his transfer or whatever. So he has most of the knowledge of modern Earth within his laptop, and the ability to like look at stuff and scan it internally to like immediately like learn stuff. And with those two powers and his intellect, it's just the story of him. He suddenly has his good looks again, and he's like, oh, I could just live a life of wealth and glory again. And so his plan is to attach himself as a son-in-law to a wealthy family and just abuse their money to live a life, as he puts it, a life without grudges. Because anyone that offends him, he will kill.
Wow. That is the most Chinese thing I've heard in a long time. Wow.
And it's like a wuxia world. Like there's like cultivators, but they're relatively like
low level.
Yeah, it's not. It's like people are still living to like 100. You know, like they're not. It's one of those very like they're very mortal, but people can get very strong. But it just goes like it starts out as this story of just him doing that, and then he gets like caught up in his family drama, and then people offend his family, so they get like he literally has a wall of his room that's completely blank that he just climbs up on a ladder and writes the name of his enemies on.
Wow.
And he reads it 3 times when he wakes up and reads it 3 times before he goes to bed.
Does he get a lot of enemies? Jesus.
So many enemies, because he is a shameless piece of shit.
Oh,
you know when Long Chin is playing people with his mind, and not his blade? That's it feels like a story of just that. I quoted this to someone else the other day, and it's, if you know 9 Star, you'll understand this. Before his schemes, there is no absolute power.
Cinema. I'm pulling it up right now. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna check it out.
All the chicks are super hot in that story as well, but like he is shameless. But like it legitimately has gone from like a funny story of like memes and this guy doing personal revenge to like a fucking story that is feeling like 3 Kingdoms with like a crazy amount of political intrigue and wars from all sides and all these advisors, and like it's awesome. I like hard read that story in like a few days.
So like escalating, like Release That Witch, where it becomes more and more you dealing with the political machinations of the entire world as
Yeah,
he grows more and more in power. Okay.
it's yeah, he's great. He'll walk up to people and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this terrible thing," and they're like, "I'll kill you for this," and it's like, "Here's why you can't." But no, he's
crazy.
great. He's great, and he's a perfect mix. Like I don't know, dude. It's just really well written. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I mean, if you like revenge porn, it's definitely
I
it's good.
enjoy a good face slapping scenario of people getting messed over somehow by schemes. I will read that. That seems
No,
fun.
his enemies just die in bad
They
ways
just
most of the
die.
time.
Okay. All right. No, it's
Like
not shame.
it's
It's death. I apologize. Yeah.
no. I mean,
Listen.
he does the most shameless shit to get them there though. Like I'll tell one that's like a relatively early on. Like when he comes up, there's like his family was in debt to a group of bandits, and they're just like, "Hey, pay us 100 gold in like 3 days, or I'm gonna slaughter all of you."
Mm-hmm.
And so like that bandit runs like a gambling house, and he fucking goes to the gambling house and starts using his fucking scanning thing to always win. So he just literally like wins like thousands of gold from their gambling house, and they try to throw him out, and he's like, "Oh, that sucks." But he's like already gotten all the people in the gambling house to start joining in on his bets. So it's like now they are also outside fighting as a mob that he's suddenly created to like create pressure on this guy to make him force him to do things that he wouldn't have otherwise. It's just like it's really well done, and I fucking love it. I I don't know why I decided that that needed to be the plug right now, but it's something I've dearly fallen in love with.
Sounds like weaponized lawful evil.
It kind of is like he's except it almost doesn't feel like he is lawful. I don't know. It's hard to say, man. Dude breaks a lot of laws and just gets away with it.
Like I guess it's lawful evil in the fact that he knows you're gonna play within the system, but he's playing outside of it, abusing the system.
He feels like the righteous path members of Nine Stars sometimes. He's that like hypocritical and fucking shameless. Like he'll just be like he'll do something awful and then just start yelling at the crowd about what awful shit you did and turn the sentiment against you before anything really fair happens.
The
It's
art of the spin. Oh man.
yeah. But it's like he's got everything fucking calculated, and it's like it's great. Um he's such a piece of I keep saying he's a piece of shit, but he like really is. But I love him dearly.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
All right. Well, let's see. I mean, like, I guess we got to start talking at some point about what we're thinking about reviewing soon. I mean, we've talked about some of them. I know we like Beware of Chicken update is definitely on the horizon. We got to talk about the ending
We're gonna
of
do
Beyond the
Beyond the
Timescape.
Timescape nights. We're gonna do a nights, cover all of the stuff on there. We still have another overgeared nights because it ended. We need to do that like full
I need to fucking
overgeared.
finish it. That's all
All of
right.
it.
So I'll like honest, like half of the reason there's been a lot of like things that have gotten in the way of us recording, but I had like a year or so period where I really couldn't bring myself to read a lot of Chinese stuff. Or just books in general. I've just got stuck in other stuff. So like I've finally gotten back in the swing of the things, and I've like caught up on a few things. Like Beyond the Timescape was my first project I wanted to catch up on. I'm now catching up on 9 Star Hegemon Body Art, so we can maybe do a thing on
I
that.
need to get back into it. It's been a minute since I've read 9 Star. I was
I
super up to
literally
date, then I took a break, and
yeah,
then
I started at the beginning again and went all the way. I'm now finally into content that I hadn't read before. Uh it took me a while, but I've been actively going through that again.
you know, I might do Knights on Emperor's Domination since that finally ended. A thing I thought would never end ever.
Yeah, it didn't feel
Uh,
like it would.
and
I would love
then
to hear an Emperor's Diamond, a Knights on that because I haven't finished it. I read to a certain point and I was like, all right, I can't hear another ephemeral,
you know,
esoteric description of how cultivation works right now.
and how Cody was because he's done all this before. I get it, brother.
It was great, but I just like I
Yeah.
hit a point where I'm like, I need to take a break, and then I never picked it back up.
And honestly, I would like to, I was doing YouTube videos where we were, you know, doing little rants right up and would like to get back into that. But like, I'd like to start covering like some anime and some manga here, especially more of the niche stuff, mainly because there's some things that people, people don't really know about anymore. Some manhwas, that aren't being popularized that I'd like to talk about, that I read, that I go, okay, this is quite good, or this is overrated. Like, whether it's something that I think more people should read, like Chojin X, or stuff that I think
More
people
people
that is
should read Chojin
super
X.
overrated, like Tower Dungeon, and I will tell you why.
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds generic as hell.
Yeah, I mean it has all of it. It's beautiful. I'll talk about that more later, but
Awesome.
it's one of those where you could tell this was done with love, but unfortunately, love doesn't mean it's good.
Ooh, that's rough. Yeah, no. So I mean, I guess that's gonna be our topics for some of the shows we'll hopefully have coming up. We've set up a new way for us to record that should be a little bit easier for us to do it more in a more regular fashion. So hopefully we'll be able to get some more episodes. I know we say this every fucking time, but genuinely,
No,
I think
this
I
time
think
for
we got
real.
it. This time for real.
This time for real, because we're on
Um,
a new platform. Our old platform literally doesn't exist anymore. Uh, uh, we have new equipment. I'm still out in the middle of nowhere trying to get back to civilization, but for now, I think this will work.
so thank you to all of our people in Discord. You guys keep that active, and it is a labor of love at this point because we have certainly not been doing our part in that.
I'm gonna go back to using it more often, even if it's just like me playing some games or hanging out. Just go in there and chill.
Yes.
I know things have died down. It used to be a lot more active, but things have died down because we've been out of it. We're gonna try to get back to it, guys.
Yep. But those people that have been sticking with us and saying stuff and giving us new recommendations, we really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll be able to do our part soon. But yeah, no, if you let me know if you do decide to spend some time hanging out in the active servers, because I'll definitely join you if I'm available.
Okay, we'll do.
Because that would be fun. We could get like a a Discord wide Mecha Chameleon game going or something.
Right, dude. That game is, dude. I've been on some friend slap. My friends have put me on that Mecha Chameleon. They put me on. I do a little peek, a little,
Peak is a good time.
a little. There's a lot of them.
Gamble with
They keep
Friends
trying to
that
get
just
me to
came
do
out.
cryo. They keep trying to get me to do cryo and all these spooky games. I'm not a spooky game guy.
Nah,
I'm
that's
not.
not my. Look, the world's scary enough. I don't need to find more horror in
Right,
it.
right.
You can make me depressed. I'll go to depression, but I don't need to be scared. Um, okay. Well, let's see.
Let's do what we didn't get to talk about on the way out, because
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
could be about
But
anything.
first, to forever our people that we're forever thankful for: James, Yukio Kami. There's one other one whose name I cannot fucking remember. That was on our super Patreon tier for forever. But
Oh no.
yeah, I'm feeling terrible. It's been so long, we've forgotten our list of real names.
We're so trash. Oh, we're so trash. I'll get it and I'll append it, guys. I'm so sorry. It's been so long.
It has been a while, but you can honestly, the Discord's probably the best place to reach out to us. You could probably DM us from there. You could also send an email to tiger@rollercoaster.com, or no, tigerrollercoaster@gmail.com. Sorry.
Yeah, tiger.rollercoaster@gmail.com.
Um,
Hit us on any social media. We'll have it listed underneath the video and in the description of the podcast.
so
And
thank you all for being with us and coming back to listen to us. Let's get into our favorite segment. We didn't have time to talk about.
Yeah. I didn't get to talk about how much I enjoyed Witch Hat Atelier and reading it. Shocked how good it is. What?
I haven't read it, but the fucking anime was amazing. Jesus Christ, that was pretty.
It's programming. I'm a programmer. The magic is just programming. It's just programming, and it's a world where magic is as strong as you think it could be. Everything that exists, created by magic, created by the programming of the witches. So that means the dragons you see, every weird ass animal that doesn't naturally exist, all of that is magic. Magic is capable of anything. Literally anything. If you can think it, magic can do it if you know how.
We didn't get to talk about Jadugar or Red River coming out this season.
Johnny Car's getting. Oh yeah.
The
I
freaking
did watch it.
chick transported into literally ancient the ancient Middle East.
Yeah. It's actually going to follow the historical figure Fatima. So I
That's
think that's super interesting. I'm loving the highlight of Islam in it. It's super cool. Big recommend. I want to see where they take it. It's really, really cool. They get to talk about Ichi the Witch. You don't want to put me on that one, and I'm a fan. It's good. It's really good.
I
It's
love
really good.
Descaris way too much.
Dude, she's so good, bro.
She reminds me of a friend of mine so much that like it's a character he would play in D&D. Actually, he basically is playing a fairy that is that character.
It's so good. It's so fun.
It's very. It's had some like more intense arcs than I thought it was going to have. I really love the character relationships. This most recent arc that they're just getting into is actually like been kind of fascinating.
The whole time I'm reading, I'm like, dude, this is gonna end. So this is gonna be a brutal ending to this story when it did. Like it there's no way this ends cleanly, guys. Y'all don't understand.
It really feels that way.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I don't know, man. We talked about a lot of stuff this time. I'm starting to draw a blank.
I mean, there's more I could fire at the hip, but I don't want to bother y'all because again, it's been a long time, and I have a podcast because I like to talk about and share the things I like. So I'm gonna save more for later. Hit me up on Discord or in the comments. Let me know if you have any recommendations. I might have done it. Oh wait. One more thing I didn't get to talk about that I need to. I didn't get to talk about Combat Coliseum. If you were a King and Ashura, King and Omega person, it was this fan comic, fan manga that's being drawn by this guy that was originally released on Reddit, and then he's hand drawing it with paper, right, with pencil and paper.
Shit.
But it is so. It might be one of the greatest tournament arc things I've ever read. Crazy fights, big recommend. Check it out. It's a weird thing, but it's really good.
Shit, in that vein, the King and Ashura, King and Omega dude has been writing a side story called Star Strike It Rich for the past couple years.
I've heard about Strike It Rich. I thought about getting into it.
I mean, look, it's honestly, it's what I liked about King and Ashura that's kind of feeling missing from King and Omega. It's just like really good fights that feel realistic-ish, as much as a King and fight ever does.
Combat Coliseum, I only got into it because King and Omega was like so dog shit at one point that's why the dude started drawing it, and it ended up better to me than King and Omega. So.
And I can't blame you, but I will say if you've been taking a break on King and Omega, they've finally gotten into people having fights again.
Really, it's not more.
Yeah, there's a big. They're on an island with a bunch of people fighting. It's a fucking battle royale at a King and Ashura.
Can people still die or no? It's still these stupid rules?
I mean, like they could theoretically. Most of them haven't been so far.
Yeah, dude, don't get me started on.
I'm
not, so sick of the connector. I'm so sick of
Strike. Seriously. Star Strike It Rich though is like if you're missing that kind of like old King, and it's got a good mix of that. It's about like a retired boxer, a corrupt cop, and the like favored daughter of a Yakuza family getting together to run an underground women's fighting ring.
Let's go. Let's go. And it's women. Oh yeah. I'm here for
it's all female fighters.
Oh man.
But it is like in the King inverse, like fucking Imai Cosmo's teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Is like friends with some of the cast members, so he just like shows up and does shit from time to time.
Okay, that's sick. I'm gonna check.
There's vague ties, as his worlds always have ties with stuff, but it's good. Shout out to my girl Yuzuri Lee, the Chinese fighter in that show, because she's awesome. But I think that'll be it for today. I feels very good to be talking to you face to face again, Richard. As much as I've missed this, as I always do when we do this, so I don't know why it takes us so fucking long to get back into it. But not anymore. Fucking, we got too much to talk about now.
There's too much good stuff. Too much good stuff in the world, man. Too many good things. We're in a golden age. We missed our stuff. They got, there's other people covering the light novels and web novels we used to read. They're covering it on TikTok and stuff. And
I know.
It's like
Hey, man, look, I'm happy it's getting out there, honestly. I just want more people to read this shit.
The fact that people can make a living talking about this stuff says a lot to me. That means more people are into it, which means there's more people to share share this stuff with. And before, there was no one I could talk about any of this with.
Hell, that's half the reason we became friends, is because we dropped something. Somebody said something about a Chinese novel, and we were like, "Wait, what?
What?
We're best friends now."
Dude,
The
shocking.
kindergarten moment, man.
Shocking. It was a shocking. I'm like, I can't believe there's someone that exists. Let alone 3 people at the same time. It was insane. Actually insane.
But yeah, we thank you guys so much. We love you all, and we're looking forward to the next one.
So long.
Tiger Roller Coaster Productions. Tigers are scary. You try to get off.